For Scotch drinkers in the group, I recommend Grangestone. It's a new one. It's really good.
Grange Stone?
Correct. They have it at Total Wine.
Cool.
Okay.
Thank you for the tip.
You guys head on. Pair up with the night viewers. Is that what you're saying?
Correct. A new, kinder, softer, gentler Magnus.
That was scary.
The DM hand came down and smacked us all on the back.
I think you all deserve that. Most of you deserve that. Can't say everybody.
Except Liz.
But most of you deserve that. No, Lixie, I say Vicky didn't say a word.
That's true.
Lexa suggested under the tree, but everybody else was like, leave him in the road. It's all good. Or let him for the crows.
Hey, Dickie didn't say leave.
No, that's right. Dickie was pretty much in shock, I think, from the reaction of the rest of the party. But that was pretty horrible, guys. I hope you realize that. Okay, you guys move on, and as you move through the forest at night, it's very difficult for the ones that can't see, even though the ones that can are kind of leading them by the nose through the forest. But you're really, you're breaking laws, you're stepping on dry leaves, you're tripping over rocks, that kind of thing. There's no way you can keep any kind of semblance of silence as you guys walk. It takes you a good while. When you guys are clear into midnight, you're starting to get tired. You realize that this trail continues on, and that the trail itself seems to get more overgrown the farther you travel it. But the caravan definitely passed this way. As you're coming upon softer earth, you can see deeper ruts that the heavier wagons made in the ground.
I think it might be a good time to take a rest, and then keep following in the morning.
Good call. We don't want to lose the trail. Cold camp for tonight, if you guys don't mind. Even if cold camp for tonight.
What is cold camp?
No fire.
Oh. Hence the word cold camp. I got it.
Double the watches, too.
Definitely.
Okay, who's got first watch? Oh, how many watches you're putting up? You're putting up 12 this time?
3 doubled up.
Okay. Who's got first watch?
All of them will take it this time.
That would be Alduin and Thaddeus.
Okay.
I'll take second watch.
And that would be Magnus and Lexa.
Why'd it have to be Lexa?
Because she's been leading you the whole time.
Because I'm your eyes in the dark. I'm getting way too much of a kick out of this.
Okay, who's gonna roll? D100, call high or low.
I'm about to, but before we all go to sleep, I say, so I've been thinking about the words in that scroll. The wheel has been started, or do you suppose that the things we did in that Temple of Fire and Blood were things that started something bad, and that's what
Princess. Don't say we.
she's talking about?
Just so you know, guys, hang on. DM note here. If you guys want to see the scroll again, click on the little newspaper where your character sheet is. Underneath, you'll see handouts. You can click on that and bring it up to your own screen anytime you want. It's in your notes, in your handouts now. Okay, go ahead.
But I said, hold on now, Princess. Don't say we.
Correct. Don't say we. I'm sure you all have started some cataclysmic event where a great evil will come upon this land and consume it, unless
Praise Bert.
Stop it.
And Ernie.
And just as an outsider, I'm here for you guys.
Why, thank you, Decky.
You're welcome, my little friend. Although short in stature, you are immensely brave.
I must agree. But I'm not sure what you mean about... I mean, yeah, you weren't there, Dickie. You weren't there, but...
Listen, the way you guys told me, there was a pool of blood in a room that was what? 50 feet by 50 feet or so? 10-foot high ceilings?
Yeah, it was bad.
So if you drained all the blood in my body, you could put it in a couple pails, right?
Probably.
So where did all that blood come from?
Yeah, that's what I don't want to think.
Cataclysmic evil. Dun dun dun. Literally make that sound.
Right. I'm feeling like we've done
And
something
not to
really...
point fingers.
Dickie,
as
you
I'm
get
pointing
inspiration
all
from
the-
literally making that sound. That was
I'm
awesome.
feeling like we did something really bad.
You
I
think?
would probably have to agree with you. But that's okay. You know what? Everyone, well, not everyone, gets a second chance in life, because those poor drivers didn't get a second chance in life. But you have second chance in life to rectify what happened.
Yeah, it'll be my life's quest. I'll either achieve it or die.
Well,
I wish you had this epiphany before you filled the key with blood and inserted it in the lock.
Pardon, I didn't quite understand what you said.
Filling the key with the blood and then putting it in the lock to open the door. The glass key
What about it?
wasn't the smartest move.
here's the thing, guys. I mean, I can't even get the words out. You can't not trust everybody, right? I mean, it was just a mistake. It's not a big deal. Well,
Mistake?
it could be a big deal.
Mistake? I start
But-
laughing.
Bert says you should always consider planting a new garden, even if the one before it is not quite good or does not turn out well. I think we should just move on and let's see if we can do anything here to rectify what has happened.
Zira, what are your thoughts? Where's Zane?
He's right here. She points over her right shoulder.
I go over and I put my arm around where I think Zane is. Now, Zane, you're going to let her talk for herself, right? So your thoughts?
She kind of giggles a little bit, but
And there you have it.
not sure
Very good. Let's get
what
some
to
sleep.
expect, but I would like to explore, investigate, I guess, what's going on, and I'm not comfortable with the idea that it might have been our fault to release her. But then, considering where we were, I mean, goblins and things, what else would they have trapped down there than good people? So I guess you can understand why we made the mistake. I mean, we found Magnus down there and he's good.
Pretty much.
So we're shooting 500.
I
Yeah.
know, just let's happy and pray to the gods that you found me. To be in my
Glad to
company.
be same to you.
So it seems we are all on the same path here.
Look,
Let us
I
rest.
don't agree with what happened. I don't agree how it started. But we have to finish it, and we have to clean up the mistakes, no matter who didn't listen to good advice.
Doing?
He's channeling Miyagi again.
That's right.
The alignment slap brought him back.
I just realized I'm in with you guys, whether I like it or not. So we might as well make the best of it.
Well,
Aww.
I would just like to point out that I'm here by choice, not by necessity.
I owe them. They found me, and they saved my life, and now Lexa saved my life. So I've got to repay the debt.
You write that down? That he said Lexa saved my life? Write that down, Dickie.
Pulls out his book.
Alright, I'm going to bed.
Turns to his Magnus page.
Over here.
Zeta, like, watches you pull out her yearbook and tries to peek over your shoulder at it. Like, she's curious.
The page he's on, it has the date, it has the time. The first line says, "No one will hurt you." And the second line says, at the time that just happened, Lexa saved my life.
And she just smiles at you and then sits back again.
Oh, I'm sorry, there's 3 lines. The first line says, "I told you so" at 9:27 p.m.
Okay. You guys actually pass through watches. I'm not going to have you roll. It goes uneventfully. When the sun comes up, you guys start...
Oh, Mitch,
go ahead.
one thing.
Yep.
When I wake Lexa up, I make sure I pour some water in her face.
Okay.
Oh, it's on.
Okay, you guys pack up real quick and then begin heading out.
Yes.
Yes,
1
we
second,
do.
guys.
This is how Dickie envisions that happening.
Okay, sorry. Okay, you guys pack up what little you unpacked for a camp. As you had a cold camp and kind of huddled together, and then start making your way again. By about 3 hours after sunrise, you see that the trail itself, as far as it's been gradually disappearing as far as like an actual trail for a cart or something. It's become more of a pathway, and again, it's pretty easy to follow these wheel ruts, even though it's been at least 2 days at this point. When you guys come onto the or enter the area, you see a clearing up ahead, and you can see what appears to be what remains of a walled fortress, possibly a small keep or something. You see walls rising up. You see rooftops peeking over the walls, and I will show you just 1 second here. And you guys can zoom out if you wish.
Can you center us on the characters?
I did.
Thanks, sir.
Whoa.
Okay, as you guys can see, it seems to be like a clearing in the forest. The forest is starting to reclaim the area, but there appears to be what remains of a walled fortress, or possibly a walled fort. In other words, there was maybe like a house or like a garrison or something in this area. The pathway led up to it, but it doesn't appear to be used as often. But you do see that it's obviously being used again because there is smoke rising above the walls of this place. There doesn't seem to be any movement other than yourselves, and you guys are concealed from the wall in kind of the copse of trees that you're in right now. So right in front of you, you see that little green and gray area, kind of grayish green. That's a little bit of brush that you guys can hide behind. But it doesn't look like there's anybody peeking over the walls. There doesn't seem to be a sentry. It looks like this is a wall for defensive purposes only. It doesn't seem to have anybody walking it. And that's it.
Thaddeus, do you think you can scout ahead to see if we have any company?
Sure, Mitch. That green patch right in front
Yes.
of us.
Yes.
Is that trees or brush?
Yeah, it's brush. Yeah, the trees are over to your left there. That's the forest. The patch right in front of you with the kind of the grayish green and the dark green. That's all brush. It's like a hedgerow. That's pretty thick. But you guys, it's tall enough that you guys can duck behind and not be seen.
Is the patch between the brush and the trees open land?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, guys, let's all get down and crawl up to that bush.
And you can definitely see that the wagon ruts go straight up and into the what appears to be might have been a gate at one time, but now it's a gaping hole in the wall right at this point here, which is where the wall does not meet anymore.
Someone's mic is up. Breathing heavily into it.
I don't think it's mine.
That might have been me.
Maybe we should circle the building if we can. We don't want to walk into the front door.
Well, perhaps we could walk into the front door. Well, at least one of us.
And like I said, you do see at least one campfire trail of smoke coming from beyond the walls, so inside the wall. There's a fire burning somewhere.
I'd like to get a closer look first.
Mitch, do you think I could pan back out a little bit and get into the forest and climb a tree up and see over the wall?
You can certainly try. Go ahead.
All right, guys. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go over the tree line, climb up a tree, and see if I can see over that wall.
How about I just make you invisible? You stroll up to the fort, walk around for about an hour, come back to us, and let us know what's there.
Can you really do that?
Can you
really do it? Probably not.
If you could make me invisible, that would be much better.
But I'm sure my little buddy here, as I ruffle his hair, I'm sure my little buddy here can do it.
Hey, if you make me, you make me invisible, and I'll go right on up.
Now, I'd still recommend that you kind of skulk around because, you know, they might not be able to see you, but they'll still be able to hear you. But the rest of us can kind of hang back here, suck down one of Magnus's bottles. You come back, let us know what's going on. And as long as I continue concentrating on it, you're fine. Now, I wouldn't recommend someone slap me in the face because that'll kind of suck for you, but...
Wait, I'm missing what's going on. Thaddeus is gonna go climb a tree and see if he can see over the wall.
No. Thaddeus is gonna walk in the front door.
What? What? So you really can make him invisible?
As I do a flourishing bow.
That sounds like powerful magic to me.
I can cast message so that I can hear him and he can tell us what's going on.
I turn and I raise my hand in a high five.
Well, look at you all operating as a team for a change.
All right, that sounds like a good plan there. Let's go ahead and make me invisible, cast message on me. I'll go in there and check around.
Make him invisible and cast fly. That sounds familiar.
Not my wall, damn you.
I'm going to crawl up on my belly into that patch of brush.
No, you're not. As soon as she starts moving, I grab her by her leg.
Okay.
I wasn't actually moving yet.
What are you doing?
I'm going to crawl.
Why? We're gonna hang out, have a drink, relax, and let our little buddy here do what he's good at.
Yes, I know, but I want to be closer to the entrance in case harm should come suddenly to him, so I
But you
can
could draw attention to him.
So
get to him quickly.
you're gonna risk all of our lives by crawling on open field to that copse of trees.
I would be better off if I just went myself.
I
I
guess
so. Like you, lad. Someone else with some common sense.
Lex, are you ready?
Sure.
I bet my spell goes off first. I start casting.
I start casting.
Okay. Were we casting invisibility and message?
Yep.
Okay, how long does it last?
1 hour.
I'm looking.
Message is 1 round.
Yeah, but I can keep casting. It's a cantrip.
Yeah, but he's got to be within
That's
120
true.
feet.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah, once he turns invisible, you won't be able to cast it on him again.
Crap. I was thinking of the old message that actually lasted for a while.
Yeah, it used to be really good. But they changed it to a cantrip, so unlimited casting versus actually costing a spell.
Oh well. It was worth a try. You win this round.
Okay. You
We
turn
just have to
Thaddeus
cast-
invisible.
We just have to cast invisibility on Lexa as well, so she can follow him and cast message on him continually. And then.
But I wouldn't be able to see him.
I know, I'm just joking. Oh yeah, you're right. Okay.
Okay.
All right, Mitch, when I'm invisible, I head on up.
Okay.
As he leaves, I start giggling like a little kid.
What?
Okay, Thaddeus, as you move up, go ahead and move your character to where you want to observe from, and I will tell you what you see.
That is one of the most strange things I've ever seen.
Hey, Ziri.
Okay, Thaddeus, as you turn the corner, you kind of duck in. You can see there's 3 buildings here. One appears to be made of stone with a solid roof on it. The other 2 seem to be wooden structures. One is an L shape, and one is just a regular rectangle all the way towards the back. Everything here seems to be overgrown. There appears to be a few trees growing in this yard. It's like this place has been abandoned for a while and just refound. A couple places in the wall has collapsed and crumbled, one to the north and one to the direct back from where you are, almost catty-corner to where you are. You can see there is a well in the center of the place that was probably the main water source, but again, there's a lot of plant growth in the area. Do you venture in at all?
Yeah.
Okay, take a couple steps in if you want to go to the edge of the black there.
I start giggling to the party, and I say, he's gonna be so pissed.
What'd you do?
What did you do?
He's got maybe 30 seconds left of this invisibility.
What?
As you turn the corner, you look in and you can see that there is indeed an encampment here. You do not see the caravan or the horses immediately, but you can tell and you can hear sounds of orc. Do you speak Orcish at all?
No, I don't.
Okay, you can hear what sounds like orc, at least 2, maybe 3 voices coming from from around the stone building on the other side. Probably you estimate where the smoke trail is coming from. They seem to be having some sort of conversation, but you can't quite see them from your vantage point.
I'll move up. I'm going to try to assess how many people are here.
Okay. Mark, does the spell fade?
No, I'm fucking with the people in the group.
Oh, okay. He's got an hour, right?
Correct.
Okay. Okay, you don't have to move your character again, Dish. I'll give you a reconnoiter as you move around. As you move around the stone building, you see what appears to be an orcish tent set up. There are 2 orcs and one of those strange orcs that you saw before. Again, this thing looks almost 9 feet tall. It's very muscular. It's got a red tinge to its skin. The 2 orcs are talking amongst themselves, but they seem very skittish in front of this creature. You can see the other 2 buildings, the L-shaped one and the rectangle one, both appear to have doors. They're closed, as well. The stone building could possibly be where the main fortress was. You're not quite sure. Looking in the windows, you can see. Well, hang on a second. I'm just going to reveal these to you so you can see. The rest of you guys play this out of character, okay?
Okay.
Can you guys switch channels or no?
Oh, that's an awesome idea. Mitch, why don't you and Dish switch channels?
Well, no, it's not so much switching channels as you're going to see the map revealed.
Everybody, minimize your screen for a minute.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, there you go. Minimize
I'm
onto
off.
your character.
Mine's
good?
down.
You good?
Yeah, I just can't read chat, but that's cool.
Okay, this is what you see, Dish. Or Thaddeus.
Holy shit. Just kidding.
Hey, that's Keep of the Borderlands.
Gotcha. Just go ahead and
Keeper of the Borderlands.
you can make it black again.
I
Freaking
can't.
sharks with
I
laser
really can't
beams.
make it black again. Without blacking out the whole map. So you guys are just going to have to play out a character.
No problem. My intent is to get a count of how many creatures are in here.
Okay. 3.
Even in listening at the buildings.
Okay. Give me a. Well, which building do you go to first? There are 3 buildings here. L-shaped, there's the rectangle, and then there's the large stone building.
Stone building.
Okay. Then I want you to roll me a perception roll, please.
11.
Okay. It appears empty. Next.
Scooch over to the L.
Okay. Perception.
18.
There's another one of those large orc things in this area. Okay. He seems to be just sitting there eating. Perception. Oh. It's absolutely
Reroll.
nothing that you can see. Oh yeah. Damn,
Reroll.
damn you fucking halfling. Oh, you bastard.
That's a really cool skill.
It is. There's another one of those large orc things in this building as well. He appears to be napping.
All right, I'm going to put my ball bearings out in front of the door on this one. Mitch, did you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna lay out my ball bearings in
Okay.
front of this one and head back. No, wait. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go check out by the tent real quick. Make sure there's not one over in the tent. Check out in the tent.
Okay. No.
Nothing. Okay. And I'll just head out the back door there.
Okay. Okay, you make your way back. All right, guys. As he relays this message to you, you guys can go ahead and look at the map if you want, and you can see he tells you where everything is. So that'll give you a tactical advantage on these guys.
How many did you see?
I saw 5. 3 of the big red ones and then 2 regular orcs.
Zero, you seem pretty handy with that pole arm, so I'm assuming you have some training here in tactics and battle. What would you recommend we do?
Great advice, man.
Where are they?
Oh, Mitch gave us permission to look at the map.
Yes, I know, but she can't see the map.
No, Thaddeus can draw you a crude map, so you get the idea.
Oh, okay.
And how many in the tent, lad?
There was none in the tent, but there's 2 orcs and one of the red orcs by the fire.
Any
And
way we
where are
could
the other
ice?
2?
Mitch, real quick, how much time has elapsed?
By the time you get back to them, the spell fades, so about an hour.
Damn.
Any
Zero,
chance we could?
Zero, do you think you can take one of those big guys out? You were able to hold off the 5 zombies. I'm sure you could do something.
I'm kind of waiting for Zira to give us a tactical plan here. She keeps trying to talk, but... So everybody, I put my hand up to my lips and go, shh.
And Aldolin, just so you know, when they tell you that there's 3 of these redskin giant orcs or large orcs, that's how many you counted before. So this kind of tips you off as like, okay, this is probably where it is. Now,
Oh, okay.
Thaddeus, as you looked around, you did not see a trace of the caravan. You did not see a trace of any of the horses or any of the stuff that you guys had traveled with.
Okay.
Just so you know.
It might be in the stone barn. Did I get to look in the stone barn?
It was too dark for you to see anything. That's what your perception roll is for.
Okay.
Would there be any chance we could maybe draw them out? Are they separated the distance far enough?
Well, one was sleeping, one was eating, the other 3 were talking.
Could the one that was sleeping, do you think one of you who were a little quieter, more stealthy, deal with him before he wakes up?
If Dickie casts invisibility on me again, I could probably sneak in there and try.
Well, perhaps you could do that while another one of us go for the one in the other room, and the rest of us take on the other 3.
None of us should face any one of these alone unless they're asleep. And even then, if they wake up, yell for help. These are not just orcs.
You said the red skin. No, wasn't the Typhoon ran into? Didn't she have red skin too?
Yes, but these are different. They're hulking and strong and ugly. They don't look at all like a tiefling.
Could we perhaps barricade them in the buildings they're in until we're ready to deal with them?
That's kind of what they look like. Only their skin is a bit red tinged. To give you an example, that's a regular orc.
Mm-hmm.
This is Hulk Orc.
Well, if we got into the building and were killing the other two, the other three would try to get in, as we could, or they would try and run for help if there is any.
We could creep up behind the wall to where you said that part of it's fallen down, right by the campfire, and then maybe take those by surprise with some shots from our bows. Maybe try to take out the weaker orcs first so we have less to fight. While maybe some of the others of us could go and try to kill the sleeping one. And then we meet in the middle by the fountain. That'll be our meeting point.
Anybody have?
Oh.
We could take out those three. That's a good idea.
Actually, I realized we can't meet by the fountain because some of us will be at the wall and the others will charge them. But whoever gets lost or isn't sure what to do, maybe go to the fountain and then look around. I'm sorry that Zero, if you have something to say, go ahead, by all means say it, but I just wanted to start getting ideas rolling.
It sounded more to me like you were making a decision.
Oh, well, no, this was an idea I had, and I wanted to see if people thought it was good or not.
Sounds good to me.
Because please, by all means, examine it. If you see any flaw in it, let me know. Or if you think of a better idea or a way to make my idea better, that's all the better.
I gave my suggestions.
You did, didn't you? I'm sorry, I forgot about that. What was your suggestion again?
Kill the one in his sleep. Barricade the other in the building if possible. Depending on how the building, if there's windows or doors, if we can barricade the door, we can at least buy ourselves some time to deal with the three that are in the courtyard.
Okay, which one is asleep?
The one in the square building, small building.
So, how would it be best for us to get close to there and you take it out? Would it be best if we like hang around the wall?
I'm thinking we should go over the wall, come up on the side of it.
How tall is the wall again?
The wall runs at least 10 feet.
And how tall is the building?
The buildings vary in size, but they're at least peeking over the top of the wall, so they're a little bit. The peaks of the roofs are a little bit taller than 10 feet.
I'm thinking, and correct me if I'm wrong, I'm thinking if we go over the wall that's right in front of us, we would be obscured by the building. And we could execute Zero's plan.
Hey, you know what? I'm just getting another idea. I like Zero's idea. I think we should do that, but I think we should add something to it. So, if we go straight in there, those doors are facing the fountain and the central square, and the orcs will see us if we try to get into those little buildings where there's one in each. But look,
Oh, I got an idea. Can make our little buddy go down the chimney. I heard that before. There was like a kid's fairy tale or something. It was some kind of holiday where you went down the chimney bearing gifts. He could
Or I,
bear the he could
or
bear
I
the
could just
gift of
go up on the roof
death.
and light it up. Or I could go up on the roof and light it up when it comes out with my bow.
But he's asleep.
I'm sure he'll wake up when the other orcs scream.
So
Right.
these
But
ga-
are you sure you want to face off against Big Red alone?
I'd rather go on the roof and hit it with my bow.
I can go with Thaddeus. I can hit him with a firebolt when he hits him with a bow.
I think you two on high ground's a good idea. You
Awesome.
You could cover us all while we're fighting.
So it looks like by your drawing, Thaddeus, there's 3 gaps in the wall. What if a couple people went and shot from the gap right by the campfire, lured the others after them out that entrance, and then went up around to the one right behind that house there, and meanwhile the others had gone in there.
Which there are you talking about? You lost me.
Okay, so the little broken corner of the wall behind the house with the orc that's eating.
Ooh, they're eating? What are they eating? Did you see what they were eating, Thaddeus?
I don't believe he was eating animal.
Ooh, what kind?
Horse.
Horse.
I've always wondered what horse tastes like. Fortunately, I've never been in a situation where I've been forced to eat one.
Fortunately, I've never been to McDonald's.
Okay, so as soon as the shooters draw the fire, the orcs by the fire outside the wall and up around that way, other people enter that way. Then they go in, they bar the door to the eating guy.
Ooh, can we have a battle cry when we charge?
That will have woken the sleeping guy up,
Spoon!
though.
I did set a trap for the sleeping guy when he comes out.
Oh, perfect. We just need a way to distract the ones by the fire so their backs are turned to you. But the thing is, if we show ourselves, they'll make noise and the sleeper will wake. It seems like we can't really get everything we want, but I mean, I'm thinking it would be good to maybe. Well, I don't know. If our enemies are divided, they're not as strong together. But then we have to split up to fight them, and I feel like we should all be fighting as a unit. We could all go we could all make it so that we, after drawing some out, the others meet us in the middle. We all gather around with our backs to the fountain. That way, we're all protecting each other's backs. And it's a strong defensive position.
To a fountain? Personally, I'd rather have my back to the open forest. That way I'm not surrounded by walls and orcs and red-skinned orcs and
I might be able
little
to draw.
goodies that can scratch my eyeballs out.
I might be able to draw them out. I also have some caltrops we could lay down. When I come out, I could jump over them, and maybe they'll run over them and hinder them a little bit.
Yeah, anything that will help.
But we're taking a chance that one of them doesn't go run and alert the others. If we could follow Azira's plan and get into the building and kill them quickly, that would just leave the 3 outside. But it would have to be quickly and quietly.
Were there windows on any of these buildings?
Yes.
Or just the doors?
No, all three buildings had windows in them.
Okay, so
And Thaddeus told you that he was able to look in the 2 buildings, but the large one was too dark for him to see inside.
Okay.
Without like within 5 or 10 feet, he couldn't see beyond that, and the building's very large.
So to follow Zira's plans with Thaddeus and Lexa going onto the rooftop, The 4 of us will stay south of the breach. Lexa and Thaddeus will travel into the woods, sneak around to the northwestern portion of this tower, climb the wall, climb on top of the building, and
My
take out
plan
that
was
dude.
my plan was to sneak in and climb on top of the brick building and shoot my bow from there.
Okay.
So you will not actually be on the building where the sleeping guy is.
No, I'll be on the brick building
So how are we going to kill the sleeping guy?
when he comes out.
Wouldn't it be easier to kill him if he's asleep?
Yeah.
But that would mean I would have to go in there by myself.
By yourself.
With me.
You've got Lexa.
I feel I would be much more of a help to you on the roof with my bow.
Okay, so are we scratching killing the sleeping red orc?
When the red orc comes out, he's going to run into my ball bearings, fall down. That should give you guys enough advantage to take him out.
Except that we'll be dealing with the others.
Put my finger on my notes.
Exactly.
Does anybody have a flask of oil?
I was thinking
Yes.
the same thing.
Yes, I do.
So perhaps you could set him on fire. That would cause a distraction. Or you could set him on fire.
They could, Lexa, whoever has ranged weapons they can make fire arrows, and then
I don't do arrows.
Fire arrows. Wouldn't the arrow like burn up and like
I just do fire bolts.
break?
well, no, you wrap a little bit of something around the tip, soak it in the oil, and then
Wait, just the tip?
I think so.
I'd giggle. Look, let's just go in and pump these guys, okay?
You don't. These are. We have to be real. Have every advantage on our side.
I kind of say we all climb the wall, hit the house that's sleeping, slay him, move on to the next
Toss a
building.
flask into the other building on the other guy.
Boom, and then
And then charge for the last 3.
boom. That's our battle leader.
There you go. Let's do that.
That sounds pretty good to me, actually. Sometimes simplest is best.
So Thaddeus, you'll go in first. As I laugh.
I would do it, but I am not quiet.
And do what? Throw a flask of oil in through the window?
Sneak in here, put it on.
And then Lexa can make rain fire.
We're gonna take out the sleeping guy first, right?
Right. So we're going to travel into the woods, go the long way around.
Go over the wall.
And through the woods to grandmother's house? To kill the orc. Dun dun dun.
Alright, Kaz, we're coming up on our next break. It's our final break before the end.
Okie doke.
Okay,
Okay.
there was a window we could go through, right? We don't actually walk into the courtyard to get in the front door.
There's a window. Not necessarily all of you can squeeze through it, but yeah, you might be able to kill the sleeping one before you're discovered. All right, let's take another 5, and then we'll be back for the conclusion of tonight's adventure.
I'm falling asleep. I gotta eat some chocolate.